Just a minute. Yeah, so previously we discussed about JavaScript for variables, couple of methods and a couple of okay events as well. So there is rest we had conditional statements, loops only, and all those things, whatever conditional statements, loops do we have, and we will discuss all those things in React.js. Pawan and Shraddha, did you understand? Okay, because of whatever in JavaScript we are discussing, okay, we have to use all these JavaScript variables, functions, all those things inside the React.js as well. So basically, what are the things in JavaScript it had? We are we are discussed about all those things. Did you understand? Did you understand? So today, what we will do is we will discuss about okay, we will discuss about which means how to set up the React.js. Okay, how to set up the React.js. Initially, what we did, we discussed about, okay, uh, okay, we discussed about HTML. Okay, okay, did you understand? So when want to create any kind of when we want to create any kind of HTML, not required to not required to work with okay not required to install or any kind of setup. But when we are working with React.js, what we need to do is what we need to do is we need to set up. Which one we need to set up? We need to set up React.js. We have to set up when we want to work with HTML. Okay, when we want to work with HTML, it doesn't require HTML doesn't require any kind of setup. Okay, HTML doesn't require any kind of setup itself. Did you understand? Did you understand? So, but here in this React.js, we need to do set up that one. So that React.js is a dependent one to server. Okay, dependent one to server. What is that server? If there is no server, it won't work. It is not possible to install that one. Okay, just a minute, Andy. Just a minute. Okay, did you understand? Sorry, sorry. So here we could say there is a server is there. Server only need to install the React.js. Okay, did you understand? Server only need to install the React.js. Which server do we require to install the React.js? Okay, did you understand? It requires a Node.js. So what we have to do is we need to install the, okay, we need to install the Node.js. Okay, we need to install the Node.js. So meanwhile, when we are working with either HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, React.js, everything has some specific versions are there. Okay, everything we have something specific versions are there, isn't it or not? So Node.js also had something version. Okay, where we can install that one. So Pawan, have you installed that Node.js? Shraddha did you install that Node.js?
Yeah, I have on my laptop.
Yeah, yeah. Pawan, did you install that one? Hello?
Oh, don't have.
Yeah. So here you could say what happening is, okay, what happening is, we need to install that one. Okay. So here there where we have to, okay, we have to install that one inside our lab, but where we have to download that Node.js. So we had that library is there, okay, website is there, which is node.js .org. This is the, okay, node.js version, and do download this one. Now it is a LTS, which is known as okay, 22.16.0 is there. So here you could see, do download this one. Here we had a, okay, multiple kind of versions are there. Okay. Okay, did you understand? Did you understand? So this is the beta version 24.1.0, and this is the, okay, will be LTS long term, LTS long term support, which means when it is LTS, it won't okay, it won't update. Next, whatever beta version is there, it will update. So do install this 22.16 only. So here also go to the home page. Inside the home page, 14.16.0 is the version is okay. The version is okay. That version is most important over here. Do you understand? Just do download this one, and what will happen is okay. Here you could see we had it will download it into our PC. Just do start over there. I installed the download manager, so it is showing like that. After downloading, we can find out every downloads inside the download only. Okay, now you could say it seems to be like this. Did you understand? So here it is. Okay. So here you could see open folder. Now you could see it seems to be like this. Okay. Did you understand? Did you understand? So Pawan and Shraddha, I will send you the how to install Node.js, and just double click this one. I will send YouTube video. You can follow over there. Did you understand? Did you understand? So after setting up the Node.js, what will happen is you can check it out the version. Which version did you install into your PC? Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Did you understand? So we can hear you code. Say when you are want to work with this React.js, it also itself includes command mode as well. We need to work with some command mode. That the mode belongs to Node Package Manager, which means this is a package managed to Node.js to work with React.js. Okay, when we are installing the Node.js, automatically the package manager, Node package manager will install into our PC. So here what we need to do is Node is a separate package manager, Node.js is a separate software to execute the React.js. After installing the React.js also, it had some specific version also be there. Did you understand? Did you understand? So, uh, so here you could say, here you could say. So here what we have to do is after installing the Node.js, just Windows key plus R, then it will show. Okay, so here you could see, then it will show command mode is there. Just type the cmd. Here we had command is there, enter that one, it will show something like this. This is the command prompt. Which command prompt it is? It is about okay, react.js command prompt, which means DOS command prompt. So here you could see what we have to do is node, just type node hyphen v, enter. Which version it is? I install 23.6.1. Okay, right now the present version is 22.16.0. And when we are studying over here, you could see there is a 24.1.0 is there. 2 months back, which I installed version 23.6.1. Now you could say this is 23.6.1. That the version has been updated within the 3 months. So when we are working with all these things, we should know we should know all these things. Version, we need to find out the versions. So moreover here you could see what we have to do, there is a version is there, even Node also having some package manager. Now what we need to do, Node package manager hyphen v is there. Now we could see there is a 11.4.1 is there. Okay, this is the updated latest Node package manager version. After installing the Node.js, we need to check it out these two versions because to work with React.js. Okay, did you understand, Pawan? Shraddha, did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So here you could see what we have to do. What we have to do. So here we had, okay. Now what we have to do is we need to install the React.js. Okay, did you understand? We need to install the React.js. How we have to install that one? Where we have to install that one? Basically, when we want to work with that one, we need to divide two partitions. If there is only one partition, please divide that partition into two parts. If it is 500 GB, do it C drive for 250 GB and D drive for 250 GB. Isn't it or not? So now you could see what we have to do is select the version, select the folder and go to the your root folder, choose something folder. Here we need to install the React.js. To do that one, what we have to do is we need to open this folder into the okay command line. To do that one, what I will do is go over there, select that one, hit CMD. Now you can see 829 Pawan batch is there, React.js ka. And here we are going to installing that React.js. So that here we had npm is there, but here what we are doing is to install the React.js. npx create React app, and we are using React.js CLS. So npx is the okay local installation of the React. Create React app is the command. RJS class is the folder name. You can mention any kind of name over here. Did you understand? You can mention any kind of name over here. Just hit enter. Now you could see it will take around 4 minutes time to install the React.js into this root only. This is called as a root folder. Okay, did you understand? And this is our folder name, and inside that folder name that the React npx local installation will install the couple of folder structure, couple of file structure and folder structure it is. Okay, did you understand? Just a minute, yeah. It will take some time to install the folder structure. Shraddhaji, did you understand? Pavanji, did you understand?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Pavan, did you understand? Pavan, did you understand? Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Just 2 minutes here, it will install. So it is installing. You can see. Okay. Uh, so here you could see it is installed successfully. I told you before that it had some npm command. You could see npm start, npm run build, npm is there. When we want to install React.js, then only we use the npx. Please remember. And moreover, after and whenever we are installing, itself has been installed the Git repository. What is Git? Okay, to store our source code, to deploy our project into the Git. So initially that the React includes the Git repository. Okay, and it is installing around 268 packages. 268 packages is there. Packages, which means libraries. Did you understand? In demo session, I told you that React having some components, libraries, and okay, APIs. So that the file has been installed successfully. Just open your folder. Here you could see this is the React.js class. Just double click that one. Over here you could see this is a folder structure. Git is a hidden file. Git initialized file is there. Initialized git ignore is there. Readme file is there, and some folder is there. Both of belongs to React, which means Git folder. Okay. Did you understand? Okay. Did you understand? In separate session, I will take about Git itself. So this is having three folder, four files. This is having three folders and four files. So what you need to do is inside this folder structure, we need to, okay, inside this folder structure, What we need to do is we need to work with only one project, not couple of projects. This is the structure for only one project. Inside it had something server is there, inside it had some file is there. Okay, just what I will do is I would like to open this folder structure. By default, it had something source code and file structure is there. It is not required for our project so that we can remove that existed file structure. Okay, did you understand? So here you could see this is the readme.md file. We installed whatever we installed that the file structure will show something like this. You could say npm start run test okay exec npm start all those things are there. You could see here you could see there we had a readme file also be there inside VS Code. Here you could see in that folder structure, you could see npm start is there. When we are starting that one, it had something localhost 3000 is there. If you want to make, which means test that one, npm, okay, npm test cases to test the, okay, all the code, you can write over here as well. We can use this one as well. Did you understand? Did you understand? Okay. So here you could say inside a npm run build is there to deploy the project. And after that, here you could see we had okay couple of explanation about that commands are there, which is developed by Facebook. And here you could see what is create React app. You can, if you want to study about that one, here you can go with that. And inside you could see there is a source folder is there, public folder is there, node module folder is there. Whatever we discussed about, which means node module means is a kind of library, isn't it or not? That the libraries will will come over here in this folder itself. These are the default packages which we discussed. Around 268 packages has been installed over here in this folder. Na? Okay, here you could see that the packages 1341 packages has been installed. Where that the packages has been installed? Okay, that the packages has been installed inside the node modules only. Okay, that the packages will install inside the node modules. So mainly we require src folder only. Inside the src folder, we had app.js is there. We had multiple kind of files is there. Okay, app.js is the primary file. And I told you before that what is the thing here we have to use to work with to make it to develop a website. Okay, here you could see this is a function, which means functional component. It is a functional component. Okay, I told you before that when we want to work with this one React.js, initial in intro session I told that. It had here it had HTML tags, no? Yeah, I told you in intro class that it had functional component. This is the syntax of function. Okay, in JavaScript we discussed about the functions, parameters, events, variable with the function and everything. Okay, you could say inside the function it had return method is there. And moreover, there is a index.js also be there. We had app.js JavaScript file. This is CSS file, app.css. And this is index.css. It belongs to CSS only. This is index.js, you could say. But index.js doesn't contains any kind of function. You can see the difference between app.js. It had a function, return method and all is there. But index.js, you could see it doesn't having any kind of functions. It doesn't having any kind of function. It seems to be okay. Some document.get element by ID DOM method is there. Did you understand? So what is this? In upcoming session, I will tell you about index.js as well. And app.js is having functional component. Whatever component, either you may use class component or you may use functional component, whatever it would be, that the component we need to use inside the app.js only, isn't it or not? So let me see if I want to see this code inside the browser. What is the output that the browser will render for this code? We can check it out. Go to the view menu. Inside the menu, you can see there is a terminal is there. There is a terminal, which means it is a command prompt. It will provide something command prompt over here. Okay, did you understand? It will provide something command prompt over here. How many command prompts do we can we get? Why? Because here we had git is there by default. In our PC it had DOS is there. We installed a node.js as well. Okay, did you understand? Did you understand? So how many kind of things we have to do? Over here you could see there is a here, not over here, there is a plus is there, drop down is there, split option is there, delete is there. Don't click this delete. Delete, which means whatever commands we are executing, that the executed command will be deleted. Just do close that one. Close, which means that command will execute the output, and we are closing this panel only, not deleting the command. So don't do that. Don't delete that one. So this is the PowerShell for Node.js, and this is for Git Bash. Git also, here it had a GitHub is there. You can say it had a git ignore file is there, which means GitHub. But here we have git bash is there. What is the difference between both of them? It had some with git bash having some command prompt. GitHub is a online platform. Okay, with the help of these commands, we need to put that commands into the GitHub. Did you understand? Did you understand? So I will tell you, I will take some session separately about this git bash and GitHub, not an issue. And command prompt is the command prompt for JavaScript. Okay, did you understand? What I will do is, this is the PowerShell panel, and the GitHub is having, so you can see this is a PowerShell panel, and this is a bash for Git itself. You can see that root seems to be like this. Okay, and over here what I will do is, there is a command prompt is there, and you can see the difference between these three things. PowerShell is there, bash is there, command is there. You can use anything, not an issue. And go to the PowerShell, and I want to delete the bash. You can delete this one. Command prompt as well, you can delete this one. And now you could see PowerShell is there. What is the command to execute this source code? Okay, Shraddhaji, Pawanji, did you understand? Please do confirm so that we can continue. Shraddhaji, Pawanji.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Pawan, did you understand? Yeah, Pawanji, are you there? Did you understand?
Yes, understood.
Yeah, no issue. So here you could see what we have to do. So where is this route? It is having in D drive 8 to 9 p.m. Pawan. Okay, batch and React.js. So what I will do is dir is a okay DOS command. Just hit enter. You can see how many files do it had. So that the files we can maximize this one as well. We can maximize this panel. You can see it seems to be like this. Okay. Under this panel, we had that src file is there, app.js. So what I would like to do is minimize this one. And so what I would like to do is here npm start start is there, hit enter. Npm start is a command. Here also we are using npm. I am giving you detailed information about all these things. So refer this recorded video and do practice. Okay, so node itself executing this code and rendering in browser. Did you understand? Node is executing the code itself. Now you could say it seems to be like this. Did you understand it? Then what happening is Webpack, it includes Webpack, compiled the source code into localhost 3000, and okay, rendering that one inside the in the browser. Now you could see that output seems to be like this. This is the default output it had. So which means it had some images, some text, icons, and all is there. Did you understand? Did you understand? And now you could see we had logo SVG also be there. Where it is? Okay, here you could see logo SVG, logo file also be there. Okay, logo SVG also be there. So all these are nothing but default files. Moreover, not require all these one. Do select all and do delete over there. Do save over there. And over here we had multiple kind of files also. We have heavy icon logo 192.512 manifest robots and app.css. We can keep that one test.js logo svg not required. All these files also not required. Simply do select right click and do delete this one. Okay. So now that the files will deleted successfully. Moreover, app.js there is no functional component. Let me check it out here in this browser also not contains, it doesn't contain any default output. Why? Because of we deleted that one. Okay, we deleted successfully. So what I would like to do is I would like to write, so whatever coding you may write to execute or to develop the projects, you need to okay create this app.js only. And what I want to do is I would like to print some h2 text over here. This is HEADING. Do save over there. Okay, now go to the browser and now you could say okay import app was not module has not okay, it is showing something error because you may, if you want to write any HTML code, okay, what we have to do is you need to write something functional component, either functional component or class component you have to write inside over here. So what we have to do is what is the functional component. Before that what we have to do is, so first what I will do is I will write the functional component. So whatever function which we discussed in JavaScript, same syntax, but inside this that function it had something written method as well. So what I will do is app is a name of the function, isn't it or not? You could say app.js is the function, app is there, and inside what I will do is return is there. Under the return you could say this is a return method. Inside the return what we have to do is we need to load some div fragments, which means inside return method only we need to write the HTML div HTML tags over here. Did you understand? And we need to import. What does it mean by import? To import some files from root folder into this document. To import some another functional component from another component file to into this document. We have to use import. When we are using import, React from React itself. When we are writing this code, VS Code will help us to make a code over here, so not an issue. So inside what we have to do, because when we want to execute or develop the web application, so sometimes we need to write CSS, sometimes we need to write JavaScript, sometimes we need to write HTML. These three technologies are mandatory, okay, to work with the React. Then where we can write the JavaScript, where we can write the CSS. In between import module and in between over here, what we have to do is we have to write the CSS. Here we have to write the CSS. And in between the function and return method, we have to write the okay Java script JavaScript. Here only we need to write the JavaScript, whatever alert, consoling, whatever functions, variable. So whatever HTML you want to write, you have to write a HTML. So here what I will do is we have to write a HTML over here, here only. Did you understand? This is the functional component. Having in JavaScript JS format only, we work with HTML, we work with CSS. That the CSS file is having .css. That the JavaScript file document having .js only. So we have to work with this okay pattern itself. Do copy. I will copy paste over here. And I think we had a group is there. I think both of you are having inside this group. Okay, did you understand? So I will, you can pick this code from group itself. You can see, just copy paste and do practice over here. Did you understand? Did you understand? So here only we have to write some HTML. Now, what I would like to do is here inside I would like to write a H2. There is a HEADING. Do say over there. And now you could see we had something H2 is there. Refresh over here. And okay, import as app. Yeah, we wrote some app itself now. Yeah, so function is that we need to export that function itself. So export default as a app. That's it. Do say over here, and we need to export. Why? Because of in JavaScript also what we are doing is we are for every time we are exporting. Which one we are exporting? We are exporting function itself, isn't it or not? Okay, did you understand? So here you could see what we have to do is now it will render like this. It seems to be heading is there. So what I want to do is here I would like to insert another para as well. So what I will do is the QUICK brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, something dummy content which I want to place over here. Just do copy over there and paste over here. Do save over there, and now you could see we had heading and paragraph is there. So here you could see we had something heading is there, paragraph is there. Why? Because of we wrote something functional component. Then only the okay package manager will render, okay, will render the paragraph and a heading over here itself. Did you understand? Did you understand? Pawanji, did you understand? Saradaji? Okay. Hello. Pawanji, did you understand? Shraddhaji, did you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, now you could, yeah, now you could see what we have to do is, okay, we have to, we can, here you could say, there is a export default in line number 27. Instead of that one, what we can do is we can write that export default before function as well. So what I will do is, expo at export default default function is there. Okay, just a minute, just a minute. Okay, so here you could export default function app is there, and it will show like this as well. You can write function like this as well. So what I will do is I will select a copy over there, and I will share the syntax over here as well. So then inside the syntax, first of all, we need to discuss about okay, we need to discuss about CSS. How we have to write the CSS inside the functional component. Okay. So here you could say what we have to do, where we have to assign the CSS, isn't it or not? Where we have to assign the CSS. So here you could say there is when we want to work with the CSS, we had three type of CSS is there. Okay, which we discussed about that CSS. Okay, CSS applying methods. What are the applying methods do we have in this CSS? Internal CSS, inline CSS, external CSS. So here also inside this functional component also we need to assign the CSS. There is React in React.js how we can assign the CSS, and that the CSS methods are having three types only. Okay, three TYPs. And number one is INTRNL, internal CSS is there. And number two is inline CSS is there. Number three is EXTRNL, external CSS is there. And how, where we have to assign CSS in React.js, okay, functional component, where we have to assign that functional component. Here you could see we had a function is there. Okay, so inside here only, because of we have three type of CSS methods are there. So which method we have to write in between the important function? Okay, so here we could say for that I will close this one. For that what we have to do is when we are discussing about okay, internal CSS means okay, inside the function only, inside the Okay, component only. When we are assigning CSS within a component, it is called as a internal CSS. Within a component. Why? Because of here we are having a component, either functional component or class component, wherever it will be. So we need to, okay, we need to write CSS inside the internal, inside the component only is nothing but internal CSS. Inline CSS, which means there is any kind of tag is there only we need to assign the CSS. Okay, there only we need to assign the CSS is called as a inline CSS. Whatever HTML tag it would be not an issue. External CSS, which means okay, we have to create a style.css and we can connect that style.css into component, any component. It is called as a external, okay, CSS. Apply methods are three types, either for HTML or for React.js, whatever it would be, same pattern. But here in this React.js, we had only functional component. Na? So there what we have to do, how we have to assign, what is the pattern we have to do is the most important thing which we need to understand. Isn't it, Ranasa? Even though, please remember, what we are doing is, this is only the JS file. Okay, this is only the JS file, but inside the JS, how we can assign the CSS? Okay, did you understand? That is the primary thing which we need to understand. So to write the here, which one it is? Internal CSS. What is the CSS here? We are assigning internal, internal CSS itself. Okay, did you understand? Did you understand? So what I will do is variable ABC equal to what is this? This is a JavaScript object method. Object will store multiple kind of values for product or for any student information, whatever it would be. So here what I will do is, there I would like to assign BACKGROUND. Okay, background color I would like to assign as a gray only. And after that here I would like to assign a color, which means text color, colon I would like to assign white itself. Do save over here. Okay, did you understand? This is called as a internal CSS. So I wrote some internal CSS in between the functional and the import module. Okay, now is that para will contain any CSS? No, not yet. What we did, simply we assigned the, okay, we wrote some CSS. We wrote some, assigned the CSS to variable only. We didn't reuse that value to this into this HTML tags, either H2 or paragraph. So what I will do is, this is a para style equal to, we need to reuse that, okay, variable. Na? It is nothing but ABC. Do say over there, now you could say P is equal to style. ABC is there. Now we had something kind of CSS is there. If I require that CSS for this H2 as well, H2 is a HTML tag. So what I will do is style equal to, here also I would like to assign ABC itself. Do say over there. Okay, now you could see that the CSS will apply for this one as well. So which means how many type of okay methods, CSS methods are there to apply CSS inside a functional component in React.js? We had three type. We discussed about internal CSS. Shraddha ji, Pawan ji, did you understand? Did you understand? Did you understand? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pawan ji, did you understand? Yeah, this is enough for today. Why? Because we discussed about CSS, na? And even though we set it up the React.js folder structure as well, do practice this one. And from tomorrow, we'll discuss rest of the topics. Okay, did you understand? Shraddha ji, Pawan ji, did you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Do you have any doubts?
No.
Yes, yes. Okay, then this is enough for today. I will send recording and go through this one and do practice. Okay, did you understand? Yeah, bye. Yaar. Good night, Shraddha ji, Pawan ji.
Okay. Bye. Good night.
Yeah, bye.